Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ethan. I have not been on here in literally forever. It's been like a whole year, I swear. Like, so much has changed. So, since we're getting closer to Halloween, and you know, all that spooky dust is in the air. That's not a saying, but I made it one. So, to get in tune with the whole Halloween sphere going on here, this video is about a supposedly haunted house that is really close to where my dad grew up, where my grandparents' house is. It's literally like on the same road. It's like right down the road. I'm just popping my knuckles here, sorry. It is known as, why do I keep doing this with my hands? It's just, it's mystical Halloween. It is known as the old Holbrook place. Give you a little sneak peek in the intro there. Growing up, my dad and my uncles, my grandparents, everyone, you know, they all were like, okay, this place is like totally haunted. And they would always, you know, just say, oh, the old Holbrook place, the old haunted like Holbrook place, it's haunted. I don't know 100% the whole story. I've just been told, you know, bits and pieces by, you know, my uncle, my dad, like my grandparents, just stuff like that. And like, do I really believe in like haunted houses and stuff like that? Possibly. I don't know. Is it interesting? Yes. Is it intriguing? Yes. Does it confuse me and scare me? Yes. So I thought it was very fitting to bring this story. So anyway, the old Holbrook place, probably one of the oldest houses on my grandparents' road. I don't 100% know like the year that it was built. Late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. I could be like severely wrong there, but you know, it's just what I was told. So a family by the name of Holbrooks moved into the house, and I want to say the late 1940s, early 50s, something, I think. Not 100% sure. I'm just telling you bits and pieces of what I know and what I've heard. But anyway, it's fascinating nonetheless. So, they moved in. I think they had 3 sons and 1 daughter, maybe 4 sons and 1 daughter. Could be wrong. But I know all the boys shared a room, and he didn't want his daughter to have to share a room with a bunch of boys. So he added on like this whole extra area on the side of the house, which kind of like, I'm going to show you clips in a little bit. You can tell like where the add-on is on the side. It's like on the far left side. It just kind of looks out of place. But like, I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do. So that's the only part that's really like not, okay. If you know me, you know I like houses, love house plans, like symmetry, like things to be symmetrical. It's not symmetrical. I'm getting off topic. But anyway, so they moved in, like noticed some weird stuff, you know, here and there, blah, blah. Now this house is on like several acres. Like, I could be wrong, it could be more, but I feel like it's roughly like in between 30 and 50. So like it's a lot of land. The road kind of goes straight through the property. There's like property on both sides of the road. So it's just like the road just kind of splits it in half. So the house is kind of close to the road and has a bunch of oak trees around it, which you'll see. Now all of the 3 or 4 boys and 1 daughter, they're all like older now. They're like high 50s. Everyone would say that they saw like this weird, like this girl in like white, like maybe like 14-year-old girl in white, like this little boy, he was in his bathroom, like brushing his teeth, and then he saw like this girl run at the end of the hall. He turned around, nobody was there, like all this creepy stuff. They would hear weird noises, just, you know, stuff would move around the house. You know, you'd be like, hey, like I just put that over there, like did you move that? Everyone's like, what? No, like, you know, just creepy stuff like that, just weird, unexplainable, just kind of like, ugh. Everybody felt weirded out. So I think they got to a point where they just ended up being so creeped out, like everyone just noticed it. Nobody really like said anything, but everyone was like, oh, I get weird vibes from this house. So I think they built their own house like across the road from this house. And it's because they like the property. It's just the house that's the problem, you know? Or is it? I have a theory here, but I have to finish telling the story first for you to understand it. A lot of the time, everyone would say like they would see this little girl like at the like around the oak trees, like she'd be standing underneath the oak tree, sitting in the oak tree, just leaning up against the oak tree. I mean, occasionally she would be like, you know, you'd see her like walk down the hallway and then you'd be like, what? And she's not there, you know, stuff like creepy stuff like that. And so they built their own house across the road, like I said before. And when all of their kids grew up, none of the kids wanted to live in the house either. They all built houses on the property, but nobody wanted to live there. And they would try to rent it out. And over time, you know, you're just kind of like, oh, like, oh, it's haunted. Like, yeah, we probably just imagined that when we were kids kind of thing. But no. So since none of their kids or them, they didn't want to live there. It was too creepy for them. They were just kind of like, maybe it's just an old house, you know, it freaked us out. Like, we might as well get some use out of it. We'll just rent it out. So they rented it out. They couldn't keep anyone in there. Nobody would stay for very long. Shocker, I know. They would all, you know, pretty much report the same thing, and they would always come and they'd be like, look, this house is freaking haunted. It's terrifying. There's this girl in white, like I've seen her run down the hall, like this girl in white by the oak tree, this girl in white, girl in white, girl in white. Oh my gosh, all the time. So they were like, kind of like, okay, this is creepy, like, ooh. So pretty much brings us to this point of the story. They ended up, I believe they're going to sell the property, and that's how I got permission to like look at it. I've always been like interested and intrigued in this house, you know, after I heard it was like haunted and like all this creepy stuff. I just kind of like, oh, like I want to see what's inside. Like I want to see if I feel anything, if I like, is it creepy, is it not, you know what, like just, I'm curious. And they're going to unfortunately sell the property, and they're going to blade away the house for a neighborhood, which sucks, but like, that's gonna be one haunted neighborhood. I mean, ooh, go anger the ghost over here. If there is a ghost, she gonna be angered, okay? And I think it has something to do with the oak trees, and I'll explain why in just a second. Anyway, as I was saying, I think the haunting has something to do with the oak trees, because on Google Maps, every angle, it looks very, like, cloudy, just eerie, like, creepy, no matter what angle you look at it. I brought my Polaroid camera along for this, too, and a lot of those turned out the same way when looking at the oak trees. I just find that, like, super weird. Everyone says she was seen by the oak trees, so, I mean, you never know. But anyway, here's the footage that I shot. Here's your so exclusive tour of the old Holbrook place, entering from the back door. Without further ado, cue creepy music.